Sorry about that, YouTube. Chrome unexpectedly quit on my autistic ass in the middle of a juicy rant. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah, fucking Chrome decided to unexpectedly quit on my ass in the middle of a stream. And I'm like, that's a bunch of horse shit, YouTube. But we're live, we're back. That's what's up. And slow mode pisses off my trolls, so I think I'm going to keep that on just to piss my trolls off, because pissing off my trolls is so much fun, because they're sad fucking losers. Yeah, buddy. Got some Bahama Mama Club Tails, the original cocktail in a can. Not a sponsor. I'm gonna give it Wicked Mad shot. Wait, where the fuck's the picture at? Oh, it's over there. Okay. I got some CDs from the right here. Yeah, I'll show that off. And I got some sick, wicked, sick fan arts and some little trinkets right there. Shout out to yeah, thank you for that. I also got some G Fuel. You know, when I checked my P.O Box, that's what's up. Fuck sickos, dude. Yeah, okay, so let's try this again, but this time avoid using words that might offend people, which, let's be real, try not to offend someone is virtually impossible. Even when you try not to offend people, they still get offended. If you missed the last live stream, it was pretty much me bitching and ranting. And that was, yeah. Next time I go to order the bacon double quarter pounder cheeseburger, you already know what's up. You get a bacon double quarter pounder with nothing on it but the bacon, the cheese, and the meat. You get extra cheese, extra meat. Then you add some French fries to it, some pull-apart donuts, a drizzle of honey, a packet of honey on those pull-apart donuts, and like 2 packets of their mayonnaise on the top bun. Dude, that was one of my tastiest food hacks. And for some odd reason, DoorDash doesn't include it when they did for like a day. I'm like, whatever. That's what pisses me off about DoorDash, to be honest. They're overpriced. And if you go to, like, if you want to, like, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you want one of McDonald's breakfast items, but you don't want to, like, go to the restaurants and spend all that time and that money and that gas just to go get it. You know, as soon as, like, McDonald's lunchtime starts, DoorDash takes the breakfast items off their menu, even though McDonald's serves it all day, every day, which is kind of bullshit. So, like, yeah, if I want to recreate my food hack the right way, the way it should be made, like I just mentioned, gonna have to go to the restaurant to do that. That's all right. That's just all right. Now, but when, like, my live stream quit in the middle of a juicy ass rant, I was like, fuck this, dude. I went outside, took a couple squizzles of my booze. I had a smoke, took a couple deep breaths. I was like, all right, let's redo this.
Oh my God, can we be like? Why should you?
Okay, before we get into this Isaac Butterfield stuff, yes. Museum privilege, $200 to turn off slow mode. PayPal.com. Yes, if you are so fucking sick and tired of having slow mode, like how could that honestly bother anyone? Oh my God, Cobra has slow mode on his comments. That just proves the fucking point. What up, Exhumed? That the society we live in is full of fucking overly sensitive snowflakes. And I just love being able to piss off the people that fucking try to piss me off. It gets me off. Pissing off my haters. I love it. Like, yeah, if you want to see King Cobra JFS turn off slow mode on the comments of my YouTube live streams, then if you donate $200, I will turn it off the slow mode for a week. So there's my offer. Take it or leave it. Also, it's Courtney Knight's birthday, so yeah, let's grab some Bahama Mamas and have a squizzle. Shout out to Courtney Knight. Courtney Knight Sucks Discord. Yes. I've given Courtney some birthday spankings. Okay, behave. Oh. What, for a woman who's a little bit older than me, Courtney's pretty hot. I'm just saying. Now, I've installed an extension onto my internet. This is Ocean Hero. It's an extension you can add to your web browser, and it goes towards saving the animals. For every person that downloads Ocean Hero and adds it to their search extensions like Chrome and what have you, every search you search on the internet goes towards saving the animals of the ocean. So like when you're sitting there going on Google looking up random shit like why do farts smell like ass or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You could be doing that to save animals. When you're sitting there having like a weird ass idea like why does this, you know what I'm saying? So download Ocean Hero, add that to your extension, and help me save the animals in the ocean. For every 100 searches on Ocean Hero will take out plastic in the ocean. That's most definitely what's up, YouTube. Yes. I want to make an invention that turns the plastic in the ocean into biodegradable, eco-friendly material for the ocean's environments. That's what I want to do. Was I a little pissed off when Google Chrome decided to quit unexpectedly in the middle of a live stream? Yeah, I was a little ticked. But I'm like, you know what? Just redo the live stream. Go outside, have a smoke, take a couple of squizzles of your alcoholic beverage. And, yeah. I've been trying to work on my temper, and it hasn't been easy. Granted, I haven't lost my temper in a long time. The periodic breaks between losing my temper have gotten better. It used to be like every 5 minutes something would piss me off. And now it's just like I've gone several months without like really just flying off the handle and yelling and getting pissed off. So I've noticed that personally I'm able to de-escalate a lot more quickly. And I'm trying not to let like personal shit just piss me off. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that's just so life in a goddamn nutshell. Oh, you're going to work on your temper? Let's see how committed to that you are. That's life in a goddamn nutshell. You say you're going to control your temper and work on your anger management skills. That's when life decides to be the biggest goddamn troll. Okay, well, let's piss this person off and test their patience. Let's see how dedicated to it they really are. But with Ocean Hero, I can customize my internet to where you type in the website's address and everything is now like black and green basically. So that's kind of cool. You can customize your own web browser. Now, Ocean Hero is not a sponsor. I heard about them on YouTube and what their message was all about. You download Ocean Hero and add it to your search engines, extensions, whether you're using Chrome or what have you. And it goes towards eliminating plastic in the ocean. No, it's like you knock Cobra down and I get back up and I keep going. Yeah. Well, what was the rant originally about before Chrome decided to be a cunt and unexpectedly quit on me? Trans pets, transgender pets, where the owners of cats and dogs and what have you are forcing their pets to be the opposite sex they were born just so they can feel included and like, oh, look, they're so progressive. Fuck you to the moon. Earlier, before I went to my P.O Box, and I got that sweet G Fuel, and yeah. If I had my own G Fuel flavor, it would taste like Sprite Tropical Remix, just a blast of fruity flavors, like all the fruits within reason. You know, just a tropical blast. It would taste like liquid Skittles with like a hint of green monster energy. And I call it Tropical Cobra. And oh my God, yes. I'm talking Sprite Remix from like back in the day when it first came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. And I'm going to do a review on those G Fuel flavors that were sent to me by the fan. But right now, we're going to focus on this here rant. If you wanted a female dog, then you get a female dog. You either wait till your male dog dies or you get another one. That's just that simple. It's bad enough that we're forcing kids into this whole transgender ideology, but pets, your dog and cat, they can't speak up. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the voice to consent to what you're doing. So that's pretty effed up. You know, like, it's one thing if, like, you're cutting your dog's balls off to get him fixed so he doesn't have kids. But to completely mutilate your dog's genitals like that is pretty fucking messed up, in my opinion. Now you hear the vegan teacher bitching about people eating bacon because that's cruelty to animals. Kiss my ass, YouTube. Kiss my fucking autistic ass. You know what's more abusive than eating bacon? Forcing your dog to eat vegan food or forcing your dog to be transgender when they can't consent to it. Now, I support transgender rights, but this is some bullshit. How would you feel if it was reversed and you craved meats and stuff like that? And then your dog owner was just like, nope, I want to force you to eat vegan food and you don't get any say in the matter. And then what if your dog owner forced you to change your sex without your consent? How would you feel, YouTube? This is why transgender pets just needs to stop. It's bad enough we're forcing kids into this narrative. And for the record, I support trans and gay rights. I don't care. As long as you're 18 or older, you've gone through puberty, it's consensual, and you're both of age for each other, I don't care. You're doing your thing, dude. Some dude wants to suck some other dude's dick on the, and then that dude wants to fuck the other dude in the ass. That's your shtick, dude. You're doing your thing. I'm not here to judge. Ah. We got some cocktail in a can. The original Club Tail is Bahama Mama. Tropical fusion of, what is that? Sensational strawberry, cherry, and other citrus flavors. 10% alcohol in volume. I bought a couple cans because I saw it in the liquor store after buying a Powerball ticket because the Wyoming Powerball is at like 416 million. That's almost $500 million. That's pretty crazy, dude. I could do so much good with that money, dude. Fuck the dream house. I could start my own company, start my own toy company, and do so much good with that money, dude. You don't even know. But happy birthday, Courtney. That's what's up. No, I had a fan or whoever troll. I don't know who. It's hard to tell sometimes. I'm not going to lie. But someone sent me a text message. And they're like, could you do a rant on this? And there was some chick talking about how she was having. It was an article from some random vlog website where this chick was talking about how she recently changed the gender of her cat and she was having a hard time with her cat because the cat kept on trying to claw her face off. And I'm like, imagine that. If you were forced to change your sex without your consent, you'd be a little pissed off too. If you want a female dog, then you get a female dog. If you want a male dog, then you get a male dog. Do not force your pets to change their gender. That's just fucked. It's one thing if you're getting them fixed so they don't have kids and then have more puppies and etc. That's different. That's population control. But sitting there forcing your pets to change their gender is just fucked, YouTube. Wait. I would have continued that video if it hadn't quit on me unexpectedly, but it is what it is. Block your kids from going on. Block your kids from going on Omegle. That's just, no, dude. That's just a website kids should not be on, period. Tell your kids not to talk to strangers, and Amigo is all about doing that. Yeah, how many times I've gone on Amigo? Like, I'm gonna make a video shredding some guitar to show off for some Amigo fans, just like the do. And then freaking, yeah, I'll get some random dude jerking his tiny ass cock, and I'm like, oh, that's gross. Skip. And then I see all these kids on Omegle, and I'm like, fuck pedophiles, and kids should not be on this goddamn website. And then you get these fucking assholes who are trying to change the sex of their goddamn pet, dog, cat, whatever, because they want to feel included in the whole trans movement. They want people to give them attention for how special they are, or feel like, oh, hey, look how fucking progressive you are. Kiss my ass. You should cock block your kids, because if they're not old enough to have sex and they're still living in your house, regardless if they're 18 or not, if they're still in your goddamn house, that's just too goddamn bad. So I disagree with you, museum privilege. Kids should not be having sex until they are 18 or older, and preferably in college. You're going to call me an asshole for saying it, but that's just the truth. Okay, museum says that's what I meant. Okay, yeah, my bad. Although, when Stephanie came to visit me when I was still living with my parents, she snuck down into my bedroom while everyone was asleep, including her mom, and we did the nasty on the bed right then and there and cuddled for a bit, and then she walked back upstairs and then pretended to like wake up from her bed like nothing ever happened. That was some pretty ninja shit. Yeah. I shouldn't have said that, but yes. First girlfriend memories, man. Yeah. Not trying anything, just saying. I tell you what, next time I do my bacon double quarter donut pounder burger, I'm doing that shit right. Bacon double quarter pounder, extra cheese, extra bacon. You know the rest. Donuts, french fries, honey, and mayonnaise. Cheese patty, bacon, cheese patty, bacon. Oh, yes. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but that bacon donut burger I made at McDonald's was pretty fucking good. Had I been a bit more less excited to see the pull apart donuts available on the DoorDash menu. Like, DoorDash is the only food ordering website that offers fucking PayPal as an option to pay. And it's frustrating if you don't have everything, but it could be worse, so whatever. Mm. But delicious fast food Cobra hacks outside. Comedian laughs. Comedian laughs at crazy woke TikToks. So if you thought, okay, people trying to change the sex of their pet because that's a thing now, apparently, it just gets worse. Fucking ridiculous.
you give a rat's about what's happening on TikTok? It's a fair question. I'll tell you why. It's because the majority of people watching TikTok are kids. These kids will become the adults of tomorrow. And the messages and the lessons that they are being taught on TikTok will be what they truly believe as they get older. Now, I've thoroughly researched TikTok over the last couple of months, and I found that 50% of the content is actually just chicks dancing around with no bra on, the titties flopping and flipping everywhere, which is probably why the vast majority of people who use TikTok are 13-year-old to 17-year-old boys just ripping the fucking ears off it. But it's not just ladies and their unsupported Bristols and their fat dump trucks. There's also hundreds of hot blokes on TikTok not wearing underpants or shirts and just wearing really loose shorts and flipping and flopping their cock around. It's very confronting to have a dick swinging at you when you're about to...
Okay. Hold up.
fall asleep. That's what she said.
Take the sexual shit off of TikTok. Or make like a TikTok adults section. There were kids who go on Omegle and TikTok, and they're being exposed to people jacking their shit, and it's fucking disgusting. No, it just seems like the harder you try to protect your kids from this crap, the more likely they are to get exposed to it. And that's the kind of fucking sad truth of it all. No, like, okay, if you want chicks to watch you jack off, go on Chatterbait, broadcast yourself, pick out a cam model, and be like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? And maybe if the cam model sees you in chat following her, she might watch you do it while you do it. That's just kind of kinky in itself, but that's kind of beside the point. No, parents, you need to block Omegle from your kid's cell phone, computer, tablet, whatever. It's fucking horrible. I go on Omegle just to fucking see if I can talk to random guitar players or maybe meet some hot of-age chicks. And there's just some dude fucking jacking his shit. I'm like, dude, that's disgusting. I don't want to fucking see that. No, like Courtney said, you're an asshole for making Noel's Magic Martin videos. Watch Omegle. Like, that's just fucked. This Club Tales Bahama Mamas. Yes, they're like 10% in volume. It's enough to get the job done.
But there's also some
It's also my second one.
content on there that is fucking painful to watch. It is so...
Oh, we got painful TikTok content. I can only imagine, Mr. Butterfield.
woke, you want to blow your fucking head off.
Fuck suicide.
So I thought, why don't we take a seat and have a bit of a look, shall we? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive deep into this absolute mess.
Oh, God damn it. No. Oh, Jesus Christ. My eyes. Oh, God. You got three fat chicks playing the drums on their stomachs. And I'm just like, I don't want to see this crap. That one in the purple crop top. Jesus Christ. Considering that women's standards are way higher and more superficial than men's, but then they turn around and bitch because men are the ones with standards, that's fucking rich, YouTube.
Is it healthy or they're not? And if you say that that's not true, I'll put you in the car.
Wait a second. Okay, so you got these three fat chicks on TikTok sitting there playing musical instruments with their fat stomachs. I'm not here to crap on them for being fat. That's their deal. You know what I'm saying? But it's the fact of if you tell them they're disgusting because they're fat, then they're threatening to kick you in the crotch. That's fucking hilarious, because if a dude were to say the same crap about women, hey, if you make fun of that dude for having a tiny dick, he's gonna fucking cunt punch you. That dude would be looked at as the most fucking evil, sadistic male pig on the planet. Oh, that's the fucking truth. God damn it. Ah. Now, I'm not into fat chicks by any means or stretch of the word, but I'm not going to go out of my way to harass them just because they're fat at the same time. You feel me, YouTube? Because I feel like that's a bit insensitive. It's okay to have standards, just don't be a dick about it. And if you're sitting there saying, oh, well, Cobra, you're a white male who's straight, and you have Asperger's, you're not allowed to have standards. I'm like, then don't bitch about equality when it's unfair for you, you fucking cunt.
I tell you what, the Wiggles have really let themselves go. This is confronting stuff.
You say you're just concerned, but I know that's insincere. And if you don't stop trolling, I will kick you in the rear.
There's a lot of threats of violence in here, but I doubt it.
Yeah, women threaten violence and society thinks it's cute. Like, if women threaten violence, especially towards the opposite sex, society just goes, oh, isn't that cute? The woman's pissed off. But if a man threatens violence, especially towards women, it doesn't go over so well, does it? You know, kind of like if you reject a woman for being too fat, you're body shaming. But if she rejects you as the man for being too fat, your ass better get to the gym if you want that pussy.
You have the dexterity to pull that off. In fact, I think you have the dexterity or athletic ability of a 170-year-old gigantic Galapagos tortoise. This is why fat shaming should be encouraged in schools.
I disagree. Fat shaming should not be encouraged in schools because kids have a hard enough time as it is. But at the same time, shaming and self-guilt and insecurities can make you a better person. And that's a bit of a stretch. If you're feeling insecure about yourself, eventually you're going to say, you know what? I'm tired of feeling like this. I want to change. So then you change, and then holy crap, your life improves. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. You shouldn't fat shame someone. You know, you shouldn't judge people because they're fat. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so we got this other TikToker whose eyebrows are like leaf green to match her, I'm assuming, green contacts. And she's got this like really short lesbian haircut. Let's see what the deal is.
Okay, I'm half in cosplay, but this is important. I'm so
You're half in cosplay. That makes sense for the eyebrows.
angry.
Oh, please.
Okay, so the chick who's half in cosplay is angry. Why is she angry? Let's find out.
Please tell us why you're angry. We need to know.
I made a
No shit.
video about being a lesbian with a boyfriend.
Wait. What? Okay, first of all, I actually know a couple of lesbians, and you cannot sit there and say you're lesbian, but you also have a boyfriend. That either means that you're questioning your lesbian sexuality or you're straight or bisexual. It doesn't work like that, honey. I'm telling you the truth. That's like saying, oh, you're semi-sexual, but you still desire sex. People would look at you like, Oh, wait. We'll get into that here in a second.
What?
My boyfriend is non-binary. He prefers masculine terms, and
Okay, so your boyfriend is non-binary and prefers masculine terms. Okay. You know why that doesn't make sense? Let me tell you why that doesn't make any sense. Because if your boyfriend is non-binary, then he does not. Then okay, sorry, I shouldn't say he, even though you called him a boyfriend. They do not conform to gender identity because they are non-binary, but they prefer masculine terms. Masculine traditionally being associated with being a man. So how the fuck does that make sense? I swear to God, society's just fucking smoking a bunch of crystal meth because that's the only, fuck meth, by the way, but I'm just saying, YouTube. Like, y'all are hitting that glass stick a little too hard, and this is the crap that comes out of your mouth.
he uses he, they pronouns.
All right, so I guess you can be a lesbian with a boyfriend because it doesn't necessarily mean you no longer like women. You just having a bit of a break. You need to split the whisker every now and then, but you consider them a woman because they're non-binary, but they're not a woman. They're non-binary. So your argument isn't that they're non-binary; it's that they're a woman. But your argument also says that they are women.
Like, and that's just how this is how I feel, YouTube. You want to identify as a lesbian who dates dudes? That's a bit silly, but as long as you're not hurting anyone and everyone's consensual and of age for each other, who cares?
But
even though most people will look at you like, wait, you identify as lesbian, but you have a boyfriend. That's like a vegan saying they refuse to eat animals, that it's just cruelty to eat animals. And you catch them at Texas Roadhouse eating a bacon wrapped steak.
are non-binary, so that wouldn't mean that they're binary. That would mean they're binary. I'm confused.
Well, no shit.
I thought the whole point of being a lesbian was you're giving up on balls and dicks, right? It's like you got a nut allergy. You just got to fucking get rid of all of them out of the house, all the dicks. But you can't pick all the dicks out and then sneak into the pantry and have a spoonful of peanut butter. You've made your choice. It's
just because they decide they're lesbian doesn't mean they've made their choice. Maybe they get sick and tired of dating chicks because, let's face it, women do not get along with each other. This is why you see a lot of women who are going, man, they've dated nothing but asshole men. So they sit there and say, oh, yeah, they're sick of men. They're going lesbian. That'll show them. Just like the men who are saying they're going MGTOW. They're sick of women, and oh, yeah, they'll show them. But wait for it. It doesn't work half the time because they realized that, okay, they're still miserable in the dating scene regardless of what they're doing because dating sucks. And if you want any more support as to why you should stay single, here's the proof. If you're single, you haven't fucked anyone in a long time, yeah, boo-hoo, you don't have a girlfriend to cuddle with, but you have no STIs, you haven't gotten some bitch fucking fat slack cunt pregnant, and on top of that, you don't gotta deal with fucking incessive nagging just for a taste of the puss. And I'm like, ladies, you get pissed off when men make it difficult to get the dick, so why do it to men? Why make, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't make it so easy that you'll just give it to anyone. Fuck that. Have some self-respect. But at the same time, make them work for it for a little bit. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? Because women want some dick just as much as men want some pussy. Otherwise, lesbians wouldn't use strap-ons. Metalocalypse is on.
It's all over.
Nobody needs you to advocate for how difficult it is to use
Now this chick. Yeah.
gender neutral pronouns. Nobody said that the gender binary was easy.
You know why the gender binary is not fucking easy? Because it makes no fucking sense. It's just people, like typical fucking, I don't know, Gen Z and like younger millennials being like, we have to be the next biggest movement on social media. So let's create some bullshit sexuality so we can feel included in everything.
These are not my preferred pronouns. These are my pronouns.
Okay, preferred versus are. Pretty much the same fucking thing. Preferred being these are what they, that, oh my God, this is, no, this is ridiculous. You can't change the world if you don't want the world to change you. If you're a decent person, then who cares? This is why I can relate to Ozzy Osbourne's I don't want to change the world. Because I can't change the world and I don't want the world to change me, man. If you're a decent fucking person, who cares? Fucking God damn it. So if you refuse to use her preferred pronouns or whatever the fuck she wants to call it, that these are her pronouns or whatever, that don't address her at all, then don't fucking bitch when nobody fucking talks to you because they're afraid of walking on eggshells and offending your ass.
You will use them, or you
Ooh, with your greenish gray eyes. Rawr.
will not refer to me.
Ooh, you're not going to refer to her? Okay, make me.
At all.
Make me. Fucking make me. Make me not refer to you. Do something about it. I'm sitting right here, goddammit. I'm sorry, but no, not everyone's going to be like, excuse me. I don't want to offend you, so what are your pronouns? What do you identify as? So I know what to call you so I don't offend you. Oh my God. You know these fucking Christian assholes that got offended by Elvis Presley? I'm like, you should watch a Cradle of Filth music video.
I will use one if they ask nicely, but stop being the personification of an asshole. No one wants to hear what you have to say or what you want people to call you.
This is exactly my point. I do not expect friends or family members to call me King Cobra or whatever, or Cobes or Malord or whatever. Just call me Josh. King Cobra is a stage name, dude. It's my favorite snake, and you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. King Cobras can growl like a demon, and they're like the biggest poisonous snake on the planet. The only reason black mambas are more potent than cobras is because their venom's a lot more potent, but that's beside the point.
If you're being mean.
Cupiosexual people may decide to have a
Wait, what? Hold up. Capiosexual people are sexuals who still desire sexual relationships yet experience no sexual attraction. What? So that like I said, we'll get into that. You know, I have this conversation with myself sometimes. I go, man, I wish I could just go semi-sexual and only find of-age women attractive and just be like, you know, fuck sex and fuck dating. But if the smoking hot of-age goth chick of my dreams came into my life and she totally digged my style and she was all about me and I was all about her and we just clicked And all my friends and my family and my YouTube fans were like, God damn, Cobra. You got yourself a smoking hot big titty goth chick. That's what's up. And I'm not going to feel the least bit guilty for not finding fat chicks attractive. Piss off when there are plenty of women who demand the same from guys and yet don't get called out on the hypocrisy. Screw you. At the same time, I'm not going to go out of my way. I'm not going to go out of my way to harass people just because they're a bit overweight. That's kind of fucking mean, to be honest. People want to scream fat phobia, transphobia, homophobia, all these phobias, and it's just like, okay, if these are simply people's ideas and preferences, when you yourself have preferences, you're a fucking hypocrite. I support gay rights. That doesn't mean that I want, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of fucking dudes, you know what I'm saying, like, dude, if some gay dude's hitting on me, I'm not having it. I'll let him know one time, dude, I'm straight for of-age women, back off. If he doesn't back off the first time, the second time, I'm punching him in the fucking face because, let's face it, he's a dude. I can hit dudes. I can't hit women. Okay, that doesn't make any fucking sense. What the fuck is this shit? QPO sexual? Where you're basically semi-sexual and asexual, but you still experience or want sexual attraction. And those are just people who want some pussy, dude. Get out of here. You thought I was going to say need. Sex is not a need, it's a want. And if you disagree with me, you can fuck yourself. Because treating sex like it's a need contributes to the rape culture we live in. Prove me wrong. If treating sex like it's a need didn't contribute to the fucked off culture we have towards dating, well, look at Elliot Rogers. Cobra. Fuck Elliot Rogers. Fucking cells. Ew.
Sexual relationship despite not feeling sexual attraction while others don't. Both are completely valid and communication is key.
Yeah, communication is key in any relationship.
They're like, all this crap. We got transgender pets and people who are saying, oh yeah, they're asexual, but they still experience or want sex. What? So you're telling me that would be like me saying that I'm asexual, but I still find of-age women attractive. I don't want sex, but at the same time, I want to have sex with of-age women. What kind of horse crap is this? It doesn't work like that, YouTube.
Completely agree. Asexual and cupisexual. I don't understand why the youth needs so many labels. Why do you need to label everything? Whether or not you're asexual.
Why do you care about labels, and why the fuck do everyone need to have labels? That was the question I would ask both people in this situation. Why do you give a fuck if people are so obsessed with labels? And then why the fuck are people so obsessed with labels? That's the question I would ask both people. I don't label anyone anything. Fuck you, dude. I'm not trying to label anyone, okay? This is the kind of crap I'm talking about. It's like they ask to be labeled these things. And then as soon as I say, why do you care if people have labels Or why do you care if people are upset by these labels? Oh, but Cobra, you label everything. And it's like, it's not me doing it. It's the rest of our society. There are people out there who are saying you better call them a sparkly unicorn dragon because that's what they identify as. And if you don't, you're a transphobe and you're disrespectful to pronouns. And it's giving me a fucking headache. Goldfinger just doing his thing. It is actually society's fault, to be honest. Society creates these problems and then bitches when they come full circle. It's the goddamn truth.
Sexual, cupid supple, you're super supple, or whatever you fucking are, is not important. Why do you need to push this out to the world? The only person that you need to ever have that conversation with is the person that's entering you or you're entering them. And also, on the topic of labels, doesn't gay, straight, and bi cover everything?
Not necessarily, Butterfield. I hate to say it, but no, it don't.
You're either rooting the opposite sex, you're rooting the same sex, or you're doing both. Covers everything. And if you believe genuinely that you need a...
Yeah, but what if the person's non-binary?
a particular label for yourself, grow up.
I'm trying to phrase this nicely and I can't yell, but I want to. So, Black people and people of color in the queer community aren't seen by white queers as queer as they are.
It would appear you need to work.
I'm not going to speak on behalf of this colored woman's perspectives, because for all we know, she could be experiencing this crap and everyone else just, sees it as a bunch of, how stupid do you have to be like, oh yeah, here's a gay person, here's another gay person, this person's queer, that person's queer. Oh, but you're not queer enough to be a part of the movement. How stupid does that sound? That's kind of where this chick's coming from, I guess. I don't know.
On your queerness, all right? If you're out there and you're a person of color, it appears you need to suck more dicks if you're a bloke, eat more puss if you're a lady, and do both if you're intergender, all right? You need to work on your queerness. That is obviously what needs to happen here.
On almost every occasion where I've been discussing my queerness or my experiences with queerness with white gays, they speak to me in a condescending way and they treat me as if I'm a straight person imposing on a queer subject.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Could you imagine being a queer African American and you try to talk to your white queer fellow queers, whatever, and they just look at you like, yes, unfortunately, this is a thing where racism is used to be hidden in front of the whole queer LGBTQ plus agenda. And it's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. There are people who use the LGBTQ plus movement to front their racism. And then it's just brushed aside because LGBTQ plus have been discriminated against too. Maybe not as badly as African Americans have been discriminated against, but still. Fucking race baiting everything.
Very well known that white gay people are even worse than straight people. So I want an apology from all the white gay people in the comments.
Only because they're white, Butterfield. When straight people and gay people are only seen as the enemy simply because of the color of their skin, which is white. welcome to what minorities have had to deal with for the last several years, dude. And it just fucking kills me because you got gay people and minorities who are demanding equality, but also asking for special treatment. And in which case, if your enemy got special treatment, you would throw the biggest bitch fit. But you demand equality. So it's like if you're allowed special treatment, then they should be allowed special treatment too. Or you could be like, nobody gets special treatment and everyone needs to shut the fuck up and be nicer to each other. Either way you shape it, that's what equality looks like. If you don't like it, suck a fat horse dick. And to be fair, certain people should have certain rights. It's completely unfair that blacks and minorities and gays get treated like crap because they're considered different by society. That's fucking stupid too, to be fair. And if white people are getting just a small, teeny tiny taste of what it's like to be discriminated against, and they're sitting there up in arms like, oh, this is bullshit, bitching about it. It's like, well, now you know how they feel. Now can we please end segregation? As long as you're not a fucking sick fuck the Forbidden Four, then who fucking bloody cares? As long as you're not some sicko who kills people, who the fuck cares? If you want to judge somebody because they're black, white, lesbian, trans, anything like that, that's fucking stupid. You want to judge somebody because they're fat, or because they're gay, or because they're black, it's fucking stupid, YouTube. Fucking goddamn it. Fucking goddamn.
Apologise now. For what? I don't know.
Queerness is seen as something that is white and a way to compare.
Okay, it's not even that. Okay, okay. Oh my God, she's letting the fucking racist asshole. Even in the queer community, there is racism. That's what fucking kills me about it. Is you got these gays who are sitting there demanding equality, and we got to stop segregation. But even amongst the gay community, there's racism. So it's like you're bitching about segregation while contributing to it. On a side note, DoorDash, you offered your pull-apart donuts from McDonald's on your fucking menu. What happened? Fucking assholes. Beside the point, I was going to redo my food hack the right way. Bacon double quarter pounder, extra cheese, extra bacon. Make it nice and plain with honey and mayonnaise, just like I did in the food hack where I kind of messed up, but like it didn't really matter because it was still the same thing. Yeah, whatever. Moving on.
Oppression, and it's used to compare oppression. So it's impossible for white gays to see us as gay as them. The LGBTQ community has been used as a front to hide racism or to excuse racism.
And again, I'm not going to speak for that individual in person. I can't speak for what she has experienced, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, you're just race baiting, blah, blah. You know, dude, no, dude, no. I cannot speak for her personal experiences. Is it unfortunate that she's encountered members of her own community who treat her differently and with segregation just because she is black? Yes, it's extremely unfortunate, and it's just fucking sad. You got a community who bitches about fucking equality, but if you're straight or black, or if you're white, It's the goddamn truth. And if you want to call me an asshole for saying it, well, then I guess I'm the world's biggest asshole. Fuck sexism, fuck racism, fuck abuse, power to the people. That's what kills me about the gay community. It's like, if you're a racist, but you're also super gay, and you want to bitch about like equality and people need to stop treating you differently just because you don't fit society's norms, you're the world's biggest fucking hypocrite. You'll bitch when people treat you like crap for being gay, but refuse to acknowledge your black, gay, queer, brethren, sisterhood, whatever. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? This whole fucking thing is a headache, and it's just like, where's the alcohol? You got these fucking idiots who are changing the sex of their dog or cat without their dog or cat's consent. And people are just okay with it. And if you call them out for the animal abuse, you get labeled a transphobe. And it's like, listen here, motherfucker. I don't give a shit if you're trans. If you're 18 or older and you've gone through puberty and you're a human fucking being and you want to fucking chop your dick off or turn your cunt into a cock, good on ya. You got the money. You're not hurting anybody with it. Do you, man? Okay? But Jesus Christ.
This is the thing with wokeness in society. You will never be woke enough.
You know, if I get some fat chick who calls me a pig because I reject her for being fat, I'm going to be like, well, you went after me, didn't you? And I'm on the skinnier side, so you as well have standards. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone after me because I am a good-looking dude. I ain't going to stunt, but I'm not going to act like I'm Satan's gift to women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that narcissistic. No, it just pisses me off because when dudes get rejected by chicks for the same bullshit that women reject dudes for, or dudes reject chicks for, when dudes reject chicks for the same reasons that chicks reject dudes for, and then bitch about it, but then like one side has the privilege to say, we're allowed to have standards, you're not, nah. And who the fuck makes these goddamn rules? Who the fuck says, yeah, men, you're allowed to have sex without being judged unless you get called a player. And women, you're allowed to have standards unless you get called a fucking gold-digging slut for having them.
No matter what you do, you will never be woke enough. It is insidious in nature. It's always trying to compete against itself. And
that's the ugly truth, Butterfield. No matter what you do, you will never be woke enough because it's just a bunch of people comparing sob stories and feel sorry for me. No, feel sorry for me. No, my story's more worse. No, It's okay to be woke on issues and to be informed on these subjects. Being fucking woke doesn't mean you're a retard or you're a loser. It just means you're informed and you're smart about the issues. Plus, that helps you identify with the crowd. But sometimes being woke, just like anything else, has its assholes that ruin it for everyone. And I'm sorry, but not everything's going to be equal. We have to draw the line somewhere. You got some fucking assholes trying to promote the Forbidden Four, as I put it, because, well, gays and trans are allowed to do their thing. And it's like, fuck you, you sick bastard. We're not having that conversation because we have to have a line somewhere that needs to be drawn. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're trying to do things to children, dead bodies, animals, and your own relatives, fuck that nasty shit. And there were sick fucks who were trying to legalize pedophilia, and it pisses me off. Instead of legalizing pot, which would make more sense because, I don't know, the pandemic has screwed our economy. People are depressed and rioting. People need jobs. Now you got people trying to legalize sick fuck behavior, and it pisses me off. And their argument is, well, if trans people and gays are allowed to have their thing, and I'm like, no, you don't get to have that argument because that's just morally disgusting. And if you argue with me on that, if you sincerely argue with me on that, would you let someone fuck your own kid? If the answer is no, there you go, Cobra's fucking right. And if you say yes, then you shouldn't be a parent.
Eat its own. Feminists and woke people and the social justice warriors, they're all...
Can you imagine this? You got feminists arguing with other feminists, saying, you're not feminist enough. You got queer people arguing with other queers in the gay community saying, you're not gay enough. It's the stupidest fucking thing, YouTube. Fuck pedophiles, dude. But I'm sorry, but the last live stream I tried to make, Google Chrome quit out on me in the middle of a session. I'm all on a good rant like I am right now, and it's just like, God damn it. If you don't like slow mode and you want to see me turn slow mode off for a week, donate $200 to my PayPal, and I'll turn off slow mode on my YouTube chats. Because people are so goddamn sensitive that Cobra having the comment section on his live videos go really slow and slow mode pisses people off. Like, Jesus Christ, you people are too goddamn sensitive. Oh, but Cobra, you got pissed off when people made fun of you for crying about 9/11. That's fucking different, you cocksucking cunt. That's fucking different. How is it different? Because 9/11 sucked. And because that's a real American tragedy. Getting pissed off at someone because, oh, they turned the comments on really slow on their video versus getting pissed off at someone because they made fun of you for crying about an American tragedy. And the fact that my trolls refuse, they can see it. They don't care how big of an asshole it makes them look. They just want a reaction. Like, the fact that you're that desperate for a reaction, you're fucking sad, dude. Holy shit.
always trying to eat their own. That is how they work.
My hearts will never.
No hookups. Bro, that was so hilarious. People just want to be treated with respect and not like objects.
Okay, firstly, I can't sing anything. It's just a floating head.
Oh, yeah, this chick. Oh, this chick. She's not the prettiest, and holy shit, is she severely overweight. But the complaint she's making is legit. Even if I won't date morbidly obese fat chicks, or fat chicks in general, what they're saying is the goddamn truth. Because women will reject me because I'm bald or because I'm autistic. How is that any fucking different? When some people can't control the fact that they're fat or that they're going bald or that they're autistic. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? So even though I wouldn't date this, even though I would not go out with, chicks like this, like at the same time, it's like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, sister, preach.
Crazy stuff.
People want to be treated like people and not like objects. People want to be treated with respect. It's like respect is something you earn, not something you get. And if the government wants to take away our guns, well, then they'll have to pry my double-barrel Stoger 12 gauge from my cold, dead, autistic hands. Can you say it with me? America, fuck yeah. I'm not one of the bad gun owners, dude. I keep my double-barrel shotgun empty unless I have to fucking use it. It's for home defense and for plinking. And, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Also, side note, I love shooting guns, but shotguns are my favorite. Yes. I love shooting my double-barrel 12 gauge. It's so much fun to shoot. I spent like $800 to get my gun fixed, and it was worth every penny. Hole-in-the-wall gunsmithing did a pristine job at fixing it.
Thanks. You're just.
What is going on with that laugh? It looks like
Don't
there's
laugh, am I right?
a KFC bone stuck on your larynx lobe.
Just mad because we live in your head rent free. Bring it here, bro. No.
I noticed in the hashtags next to this.
You know who lives rent-free in the trolls' heads? I do. It's the fucking truth. I live rent-free in my trolls' heads. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sitting there going, oh, okay, I want to fucking harass Cobra. Let's see. How can I fucking piss Cobra off today? Let's text him a picture of him with a dick in his hand. Let's see if that gets a reaction. All I do is ignore it and block and delete it. Okay, I'll get him the next time. Okay, let's call Cobra a faggot who needs to get laid and how his dad fucking hates his guts. Let's see if that, oh fuck, that didn't do anything either. And the harder they try, all you gotta do is just block, delete, ignore. When you're getting text messages from people who are pissed off because, oh yeah, the comment section in your live stream is on slow mode, you have these peoples in your black pocket, YouTube. And if I was wrong, they would stop texting me and harassing me. They'd be like, you know what, Cobra's doing his thing. Who gives a shit? Which in turn would get me the win-win. They'd stop harassing me. And if they don't stop harassing me, it means I win anyways because I live in my trolls' heads rent-free. I own these bitches, dude. Every time they text me some stupid fucking random hate message, I'm like, run to the end of your leash and bark for me, you little bitch. And then when I started saying that, the trolls started stealing it. And I'm like, you can't even come up with your own content. You're just copying Cobra and hoping they'll get pissed off at it. It's quite hilarious from my perspective. Well, think about it. The majority of my trolls are some 13-year-old pissed off male who can't get a girlfriend, whose parents give him shit, and he gets bullied in school, so he takes it out on me. Or you're a grown-ass adult where your kids give you shit, your wife gives you shit, your boss physically and metaphorically speaking fucks you up the ass. So you're sitting there getting screwed over by your boss, then your wife and your kids take all your money, and you're just sitting there miserable in your fucking life. And between the 13-year-old talking shit and the adult person talking shit, the only control you have over your life is whether or not you talk shit on King Cobra JFS. And sure, the only satisfaction you get is, oh, Cobra's talking about the trolls again. But at the end of the day, you're just like, you know, Cobra's right. The fuck am I doing with my life? Harassing a 30-year-old autistic who's got more friends than I do? Shit.
Video that it says hashtag eating disorder recovery. I declare you recovered.
Wait, what? Hold up.
Knee slapper. Bring it here, bro. No.
A chick this fat saying she has an eating disorder. I'm fucking done, dude. Stop.
The hashtags.
That would be like me saying, "Oh my god, I fucking hate guns, but check out my double barrel Stoger 12 gauge."
To this video that it's
the hashtag for this chick is eating disorder recovery. And maybe eating disorders come in many different forms, to be fair. Just because you're not the stereotypical anorexic cunt who fucking hates food and hates the way she looks doesn't mean you don't have an eating disorder. Because eating disorders, I hate to say it, come in many different forms. You can either eat too much food or not enough food. And regrettably, YouTube food's delicious. Like, fuck, I did the McDonald's food hack the other day and I want another one and I want to do it right. You know, actually order the bacon double quarter pounder plain with extra cheese and extra bacon. And then squeeze the mayonnaise on the condimentless bun. Just like the food hack that I did that you saw. Fuck, I regret not ordering that right the first time, but I'll get over it. Spurg moment. On a side note, though, that I'm serious. That bacon double donut quarter pounder video that I made, that sandwich is so fucking good. Like next time I go to McDonald's and they have the pull apart donuts, you bet your sweet ass burgers I'm ordering that again. And ordering it more properly this time. I'm telling you, if McDonald's took a bacon double quarter pounder and made it plain with nothing but the meat, the bacon, and the cheese, and they added extra bacon, extra cheese, mayonnaise to the top bun, and honey to the pull-apart donuts and the french fries stacked in between, I would order that sandwich every time I went to Mickey D's. That's how good that shit was. Like the food hack I did was only a tease of how good it could really be. You know what I'm saying? Like it was good, but it wasn't like boom. Beside the point,
it says hashtag eating disorder recovery. I declare you recovered.
That's horrible, Butterfield. You don't know this person's story, though.
Thin privilege part 2, unexpected thin privileges.
Thin privilege? Thin privilege. Because everyone's privileged, everyone's oppressed, everyone's offended, everything's sexist, everything's racist, everything's offensive. And by God damn it, everything's offensive. This is the society we live in right now, and it's fucking frustrating. More frustrating than Google Chrome quitting out in the middle of a fucking rant, I tell you what. Like, if you're offended by pedophiles and serial killers, that's one thing. That's called having good morals and being a good person. But if you're offended because someone didn't call you them, you know, that's my whole point, YouTube. There were fucking women in the Middle East who were just sitting there going, I wish I could have an education. I wish I could live in America where I have more opportunities than I have here. And your Western privileged ass is getting offended because, oh, the proper pronouns. And I'm like, no, like 9/11 happened the 20th anniversary of 9/11 happened a couple days ago. And you're more offended because someone misused your pronouns. Hey, guess what, dickhead? It could be worse. You're not there to fucking have your pronouns shoved down everyone's goddamn throats. You go to school to get an education, and when you're done with your schooling and you want to hang out with your gender buddies, as Isaiah Butterfield puts in the video, then good on you. You know what I'm saying? They got some Bahama Mama cocktail in a can. Shout out to Courtney Knight. It's your birthday, girl. Get it. Yes. I'd give Courtney Knight a birthday fucking if I lived closer and it was consensual. Yes. Drink a couple of monsters, and then after I drink a couple of monsters, fucking pop a Viagra and be like, all right, we're doing this shit. Thin privilege. You want to talk about thin privilege? What about fat privilege? You know, we're being forced to just accept it and say, oh my God, it's so attractive and so brave, even if it's not our preference. And if we argue against it, we're fucking bigots and we're fat shaming. Even though we don't go out of our way to harass people for being fat specifically, we just say to ourselves, yeah, you know what? If that chick wants to be fat, she doing her thing, that's cool. I can respect it. I'm not going to date her, but I can respect it. No, the fact you know what I'm saying? If men, and this is the crap, you only see this crap with women. If you reject a woman for being too fat, you're a fucking male pig piece of shit. But if you reject your dude for being too fat, nobody says shit except, hey, homie, you might want to go to the gym and work out. How badly do you want that pussy? One more thing to add to your trial. Having a big dick's not enough. If you're fat and disgusting in her eyes, well, how badly do you want that pussy? That's why you gotta find yourself a woman who says, I don't care what they look like. You find yourself a man who doesn't care what you look like, and you two just click like that.
I'm not
Ooh.
subject to
Part 2. Very exciting.
eugenics and could receive fertility treatments if I wanted to, and my kids wouldn't be taken away from me for being the same body size as me.
Your kids must be pretty fucking big to be taken off you. Like for a child to be taken off its parent for being too fat, like its parent, they would have to be pretty big. They'd have to be so big that you have to cut out a hole in the wall just to get them out the front to get on the school bus. And by school bus, I mean crane. And by school, I mean the ocean.
My BMI doesn't exclude me from being able to donate my body to science, and med students have studied cadavers of my size. People of my size are included in clinical trials, and medicines are made for people around my weight. When I die, my weight isn't going to be the first thing that's blamed or marked as my cause of death, even if it had nothing to do
How
with
about
why
you
I
stop
died.
blaming other people?
What?
Why don't you look at what you've done to yourself?
Yeah. You know, I get where Isaiah Butterfield's coming from. Like, people need to stop blaming other people for their own shitty consequences. Yeah, at the same time, some people can't control whether or not they're fat or skinny, or if they're ugly, or if they got a small dick, or if they got itty bitty teeny tiny titties and a flat ass and a busted face. Bloody hell, if you're a chick who's of age and you got no titties, no ass, and you're fatter than fucking Jabba the Hutt, and you got a busted ass face, holy shit, do I feel sorry for you. No, Cobra's a shallow asshole. Women are just as shallow as I am, if not worse. And that's not sexist, that's the goddamn truth. And to be fair, not all women are like that. Just like not all men are like that. But that's all anyone focuses on is whenever women or men, blah, blah, blah. It keeps us divided, YouTube. That's what it does. It keeps us fucking divided as people. And I'm tired of that crap. It's fucking stupid. And we live in a fucking society where it's like, okay, you know, like my trolls gave me shit when Alex Campbell said something about 9/11 that I didn't agree with. And they were so quick to jump down my throat and be like, oh, Mr. Tell It Like It Is. But as soon as Alex Campbell said something, it's like, fuck you, dude. Me and Alex are still friends as far as I know. You know, he's allowed to have his opinions, even if I disagree with them. And you want to talk shit on me for crying during 9/11 or the anniversary of said such, you're a fucking miserable cunt. If you want to make fun of somebody for crying during the anniversary of 9/11 and showing empathy, you're a miserable fucking cunt. And then you want to give somebody shit for supposedly being, oh my God, Cobra, you claim to be Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Woke, Know Everything. But as soon as your buddy Alex Campbell said something you didn't agree with, you lost your shit. I'm like, that's because he doesn't know what he's talking about. No offense to Alex Campbell, but that's the goddamn truth. Considering if one of Alex Campbell's relatives had died in 9/11, it'd be a different story, wouldn't it, Alex? And you know I'm not trying to be a dick, homie. That's just how it is. No, my lighter was being a royal cunt, so I smashed it on the ground. So now when I go outside to smoke my pipe, this is my lighter.
Grow up. No, actually, that's a terrible verb to use. Shut up.
The problem with making certain individuals feel special about the way they are is that other people are going to feel excluded. And when people are being treated with an excluded, unfair mentality, this is what creates the society that I'm bitching about right now. God, this chick is disgusting.
There she is again, just a floating head. Yeah, being.
And you know, it's kind of unfair, at least from my perspective. People get pissed off at me because I reject fat chicks. I'm into like the curvier, fucking skinnier sided chicks. Even though chicks are allowed to reject dudes for being too fat and having small penises, but the second I reject them for having too much gut and tiny ass tits, I'm a fucking asshole. If people are gonna call me a fucking asshole because of whatever fucking reason, I'm just like, fuck you. If you're allowed to have standards, I should be allowed to have standards too. That's called gender equality. That's what women bitch about, all these fucking feminazi cunts sitting there screaming about gender equality. True gender equality you don't want. You might be a feminazi if you bitch about gender equality, but when it comes to rape and domestic violence, if men get the harder end of the stick, like how is it rape or domestic violence? When you're a dude, people just expect you to be the tougher sex. So therefore, how is it rape? Especially when men are expected to always want sex, even if they're not in the mood. How is it rape or domestic abuse? Now, I get depressed because I can't change the way society thinks. I can offer my perspective, and if people dig it, they're just like, yeah, you know what? Cobra tells it like it is. I wish more guys, you know how many times I've heard women say, I wish more men were like Cobra? It's the truth. So just because I want to date a fat chick doesn't mean I'm going to go out of my way to harass them. That's just fucking mean. So if you want to sit there and call me a fucking fat phobic piece of fucking shit because I won't date you because you're fat, well, guess what? Sounds like somebody can't handle being told no. And here's the best part of it. If it were gender reversed, that's exactly how it would play out. Women would say, oh, the only reason you don't get to call body shaming, you fucking filthy male pig. You're just pissed off because you can't handle being told no. Yes. Look, I'm sorry, but if your stomach is so fat that I have to physically lift your stomach up to find your vagina, I'm just like, that's too fat for me, man. I'm not trying to be a fucking pig because women are just as fucking shallow, if not worse. That's not sexist. That's the goddamn truth. Women are just as shallow as men, if not worse. And then bitch about the problem that both sides contribute to. See, women and men, this is why I don't bitch about having standards. If women have standards, I don't bitch about it. I'm just like, you know what? That's your loss. Because women are just as shallow as men, and you know what? If they bitch about it, then I'm like, you know what? I'm one to talk. And I'm kind of like, you know what? The dating scene sucks because people are predictable and, you know, people suck. I need a beer. Oh, wait. Bahama Mamas. Nah. And you know, that's just it. I have to fucking physically accept the bullshit bitch of it. Is if I bitch about women having standards, I'm a fucking fat hypocrite. And on top of that, women are allowed to have standards because of the whole fat acceptance movement, which doesn't include men. It's only because women are put to a higher beauty standard than men. Even though the fucking bullshit's pretty much the same. Have a big cock, have big tits, have a flat stomach, blah, 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 have a juicy ass and make money.
MI is a shit way to measure health. In most cases, considering that if you're a bodybuilder, you'd be your body mass index would say that you're overweight or obese. But I don't think she's winning any Mr. Olympias.
Yeah, the body mass index is not an entirely accurate way to determine someone's health. You could be overweight and still be healthy as an ox. Yeah, human biology is weird like that.
Soon, or Mrs. Olympias.
Just a reminder that I am very fat and very sexy.
Doesn't mean that far up your
I'm not trying to be an asshole, but god damn it. You got some chick going on TikTok. Like, just a reminder, you guys, I'm very much morbidly obese and I'm very sexy. That's your personal opinion, love. If a dude were to say the same crap, like, I don't care if I'm fat, I'm sexy, a lot of women would say he's just mansplaining or he's a narcissistic, self-absorbed piece of shit who thinks he's God's gift to women. But if you're a woman who says, I'm fat and I'm sexy, you're pretty much forced to accept it. Otherwise, you're a fucking pig. Now go ahead, I'll wait. Some fat fuck dude on TikTok sitting there picking Cheetos crumbs out of his goddamn belly button. The dude looks bigger than Jabba the fucking Hutt. Like, oh. You know what I'm saying? The dude's got more fucking hair on his fucking fat stomach than he does on his goddamn head. He's got more hair on his back. than he does on his fucking head. And if the dude doesn't have a huge cock, if he's not good looking, and he doesn't make a shit ton of fucking money, most chicks are gonna be like, oh my God, you're gross. Your penis isn't over 7 inches tall, and you don't make a fucking 7-inch salary figure. All of a sudden it's like, hey. Some dude sitting there picking Cheetos crumbs out of his fucking belly button like, hey ladies, I'm fucking sexy. I don't care if I don't got any hair on my head. If I got more hair on my fucking stomach, y'all want to bitch about body positivity? Well, guess what? This fat fuck disgusting male who looks like Jabba the fucking Hutt, I'm fucking sexy. Don't mind me picking Cheetos crumbs out of my belly button. I was having a snack earlier. Like, I totally support it. Like, women doing this kind of crap on TikTok is because women are held to a higher beauty standard than men. But at the same time, women and men are held to the same beauty standards, even if the body parts are shaped differently. And that's what kills me about the fucking gender relations. Doesn't matter if you're autistic, if you're fat, you're going bald, and the person you're going after don't want to date you, you might, that's your loss. Keep that sexy confidence. Because even though I'm not into fat chicks, when I see a fat chick on TikTok saying, hey, you know what, I'm fat and I'm sexy, I'm like, even if I wouldn't date her, I find that confidence to be attractive. So there's that, YouTube. And who the fuck are you to give fat people shit when your favorite McDonald's bacon cheeseburger is the one you made for YouTube where you stack bacon and pull-apart donuts and mayonnaise and honey onto a cheeseburger? Fuck off. Like I said, regrettably, food's delicious. And next time I go to McDonald's, if they got the fucking pull-apart donuts, bet your sweet ass I'm ordering a bacon double quarter pounder. Extra cheese, extra bacon, no condiments, plain. And then repeating the food hack that I did on YouTube. Trust and believe that. With the bonus of extra cheese and extra bacon the way it should be done. So you get a mouthful of bacon and beef and just, ugh. Look, I wish everyone had my metabolism, YouTube. Then every time I hear a woman complain about guys rejecting her because she's too fat, I instantly hear the fucking complaints from dudes who are bitching because women reject him because his dick's too small. And I'm like, it's not much of a difference, YouTube.
Don't ask that you feel the need to explain to people how sexy you are. Fucking get over yourself, mate.
I want to show you the email I sent in response to my teacher saying they won't be using my pronouns this semester.
Oh, this bitch. I've talked about this bitch on TikTok with the red and black hair. She's in college and she's making a video like she's so fucking oppressed. Hey, you guys, the college that I can totally afford. Oh my God, My professors said they won't be announcing my pronouns when they address me. Listen here, you stupid cunt. It's not your fucking teacher's job to memorize the pronouns of every goddamn student that walks in there. It's their job to be like, I'm the teacher, here's the education, I will teach you, take the test, that's it. I see the camera light's still on, so Google Chrome hasn't quit on me yet. I was pissed earlier when it quit on me in the middle of the live stream. I deleted it and I'm like, let me just redo it and then rehash the same talking points. Keep your kids off of Omegle. If you don't want your kids talking to strangers, then block Omegle on your kids' devices. It's pretty fucked up when your kid's sitting there going on Omegle and they see some random of-age dude jacking off in front of them and they're sitting there, they don't know what to do. They're just like, ah! You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit, YouTube. Every dude has a point where it's just like, that's too fat for me. Just like chicks have a fucking point where it's just like, your dick's too big. And you want to call me an asshole for saying it, but fuck you. Well, that's different because women are the ones getting it inserted into them. To a degree, that's the only argument you really have. Outside of that, it's just basic hypocrisy and fucking bullshit. You want to fucking man shame a dude because his dick's too small, but call him a pig when he says your tits are too small? You're a fucking cunt, hypocrite, slag, slut, bitch. Like these people, like I get it to a degree. You want gender and racial equality and you want to feel like you're important and that you're celebrated. I get that. But when there are women in the Middle East who are being killed by ISIS and the Taliban and being raped by their husbands, and you want to bitch as a Western woman because, oh, someone didn't identify with your proper pronouns. Fuck you to the moon, you fucking ungrateful slut. That's what kills me about modern day feminism. No, but I'm serious. Like fucking modern day feminism has become an alt-right attack on men. And if women got attacked by men the way feminazis attack men, there'd be a fucking riot in the streets. So it just comes down to the basic principles. It's the golden rule. Do unto others as you'd have done to you.
Okay, so this is one of these big ones that's happening in America all the time. They're very full on about what type of pronouns you call people in universities. We know that Jordan Peterson was big on this. He was happy to call people whatever pronouns they want, but he didn't want to be forced by university.
Yeah, but if you start saying we have to accept people's pronouns and call them by what they want, that's a very slippery slope to some psychotic fucking mental shit. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick on this issue, but it's the goddamn truth. Like, oh, you identify as a goddamn tree. Sure you do. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Next time I go to McDonald's, though, I tell you what, if they got their pull-apart donuts, that food hack I created is on again, the way it was properly meant to be intended. Bacon double quarter pounder, no condiments, extra cheese, extra bacon. You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh. Now I'm craving it, and fucking DoorDash doesn't even want to fucking put the pull-apart donuts on their menu. Fucking ridiculous. And I would support DoorDash and McDonald's at the same time if DoorDash would just be like, you know what? If we don't want to do the McDonald's breakfast items, it is what it is. Even though the restaurant serves it all day. But at least put your pull apart, because now people are going to be going to fucking Uber Eats and being like, well, DoorDash doesn't offer the pull apart donuts from McDonald's. So I guess Uber Eats does. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? Nah. I'm not trying to spurg out over that donut burger I created. But even without the extra cheese and the extra bacon, that shit was so good. Like, I took a couple bites of it, and it's just like, aha. The reason why you hate fast food / love it. So I'll order it again when I can. But fingers crossed. I sincerely hope that McDonald's, you keep your pull-apart donuts on the menu, not just for the sake of the burger hack that I've created, but because that shit's good, dude. Your pull-apart donuts are more addicting than your goddamn fries. Yeah.
Rules and by Canadian law. So let's see what this person's professor came back and said when fucking did it again. This person asked for a change in the pronouns.
I'm sorry, I think there was a misunderstanding here. You seem to think I'm making some kind of a request.
So straight up,
it kind of is a request, dude. When you're going off on TikTok, like, okay, I get it. When society is fucked off and you want to bitch about the problems in our society, and you're like, man, YouTube, this is fucked up. This is how I feel. If you agree with me, man, subscribe and like the video. And that's the end of it. I get that feeling. But when you're deliberately requesting your professors to memorize the pronouns of every student they have, it's a bit fucking insensitive, especially if they've got like 40 to 50 plus students all taking the same goddamn class. Ugh. But all the lobbies for the McDonald's here in town are closed because of the pandemic. So if I want to order my burger, I go and walk up to the drive-through window, and if they're like, "Sorry, we don't take walk-ups," and I'm sitting there going, "Well, if DoorDash can let me have it, that's cool." And then if DoorDash doesn't have the pull-apart donuts, and I'm just like, "Well, fuck you. You got to have that burger that was incorrect, but correct enough once. And it was so good, you want to do it correctly for officials, reels, whatever, dude. Bigger problems." Like just every fucking thing, YouTube. One thing after another. Society does this, society does that. Oh, you go through your own fucking depressing bullshit, and then you fucking gotta deal with society on top of it. It's like, fuck off, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. And I got a grocery store super sub food hack on top of that. On top of like redoing my McDonald's bacon double quarter pounder donut bacon cheeseburger the right way, like I've explained in this video several times, I want to do a fucking party sub from my local grocery store and food hack it with bacon chips and some other stuff. Which I shouldn't even be thinking of because I've already owing my electric bill is like $106 after letting it go steady for like a couple months. So I'm gonna make some wands, list them on Etsy, get my electric bill paid off, and then try to redo my food hacks. And if like McDonald's says, "Oh, we're gonna take away the pull apart donuts," it is what it is. I'll get over it. But Burger King refuses to bring back their Cineminis. So if McDonald's is doing their pull apart donuts, you got a competitive edge over BK, I'm just saying. Shit. Got another one. It's Courtney's birthday. Let's crack it open for Courtney's birthday. It's Courtney Knight's birthday. There we go. Ah, yes. This Isaac Butterfield bullshit's almost over. I'm not mad at Isaac Butterfield. I'm honestly mad at our society for being this retarded. Like, I'm all for political correctness, but people are stretching it, YouTube.
Off the bat, they're being heaps of fucking aggressive about it. Like, you've got to understand that if you're asking someone to change the way they speak the English language, you're going to need to be really nice about it, because there is nothing.
You expect people to change the way they speak the English language just because it might offend you personally as a person. Exactly my point. You might want to be nice about it, YouTube. It's the goddamn truth. Hold on a second. Your boy Cobra is about to go out for a smoke. Right now, I'm using the search engine Ocean Hero. And for every search you make, it goes towards saving an animal and reducing the plastic in our oceans. So check out Ocean Hero. They're not a sponsor, but I got an ad for Ocean Hero on YouTube earlier, and I was like, wait, what? All I gotta do is use you as I would use Google or Bing, and then that goes towards saving the animals. You know what? I'm down with that. So download Ocean Hero for your browser's extension and cut down on the plastic through that at least.
Nothing saying that they have to do that or should do that, or there's nothing saying it makes sense. So if you request someone to do that and they don't do it, then okay, move on.
That's kind of the truth. I mean, as long as, I'm sorry, but as long as they're not being a dick about it, and if you sit there and demand that everyone refer to you as a them, and people are like, okay, that's a bit weird. I'm not going to refer to people as them. That seems a bit weird and degrading, but these people are asking for it. Like, if you're being an asshole about your demands, don't expect people to be like, oh my god, you're non binary, sparkly unicorn dragon. Oh, yeah, of course I'll use the proper pronouns. Don't want to offend you, you fucking psychopath. That's alright. No, like, I'm not trying to piss off people, but that's kind of hard to not do. Even if you're trying as hard as you can to be as non offensive as you can be. I was depressed the other day, and I went and hung out with some friends. And my buddy Walt, he says, man, you can't change the way other people treat things. You can't change society. As long as you're a decent motherfucker, then that's all that should matter. And at first I was like, but I want to change. Then I thought, you know what? That's true. It's the fucking truth.
I was just informing you of my correct name and pronouns so you know how to refer to me. Intentionally misgendering a student is actively creating a hostile learning environment.
You want to, okay, this is what pisses me off about that. These people who sit there and say, if you refuse to identify them as their proper pronouns, you're creating a hostile environment. Yeah, but if you're so up people's asses about making sure everyone identifies as your proper pronouns, which could change the next day at this point, then you're the one who's creating the hostile learning environment. You're the one who's making your professor feel uncomfortable because of your fucking pronouns. And you think your professor's job should have to include memorizing the pronouns of every student that they teach? Fuck no. Fuck no, King Cobra fam. Fuck no. You're there to get an education, and that's it. Improve your smarts. You want to hang out with your non-gender based friends outside of class? Well, then there you go. That's your shtick.
Discriminating on the basis of gender identity.
You're creating that hostile learning environment. You're making it a big deal. You're there to learn. You're not there to make friends or any of that shit. Just
That's kind of the cold truth about middle school and high school and college. You're not there to make friends. You're there to learn and get an education and make something of yourself.
fucking learn and go home and then hang out with all your gender buddies.
Is it?
That's kind of what I was just. I've already watched the Isaac Butterfield video, so I'm kind of just like, I already know what's going to happen. And I fully agree with Mr. Isaac Butterfield. You're not there to get an have everyone kiss your ass because you identify as a sparkly unicorn dragon. You're there to get a fucking education. And if you want to hang out with your friends and your friends are going, oh, hey, there's the sparkly unicorn dragon that I'm friends with. And you're sitting there gushing with pride because they use proper pronouns.
Fat phobic to not want yourself to be fat.
Fat? Is it?
Wait, what? It's not fat phobic. Wait, what? Okay, hold up. Did this chick just. Okay, hold up.
Just fucking learn and go home and then hang out with all your gender buddies.
Is it fat phobic to not want yourself to be fat?
Fat? Is it fat?
Is it fat phobic to not want yourself to be fat? There are people out there who are arguing that exercise is now racist and fat phobic because there are certain people, regardless of skin tone, who have a harder time with their weight. And it's just like, that's life. But holy crap, is it fat phobic? If no, it's not. To answer this chick's question, no. If you want to be fat and that's your choice, or if you're trying to control it and that's all you have, I have plenty of friends who are overweight or a little bit chunkier than myself, and I don't judge them for it, to be honest. I'm like, they're living their life. I'm living my life. I'm not here to fucking judge them because they're fat or they're this and that. Fucking kiss my ass. In fact, fat people are fun to hang around because they know what tastes good. Fat people have a general better taste in food than the fucking assholes who are sitting there working on their figure. And that's maybe a bit too far for a lot of people. Look, I'm a fat kid at heart. I'm sitting here like wanting to make a fucking custom-made McDonald's sandwich. And then, of course, when I did that food hack, like I said, I got excited and ordered the wrong fucking double quarter pounder. But regardless, double bacon quarter pounder with plain with extra cheese and extra bacon and no condiments, nothing but French fries, pull apart donuts, honey, and mayonnaise. That's the secret, dude. That's, oh my God, the bacon double quarter pounder donut cheeseburger. McDonald's might make that a legitimate sandwich if you give this video a like. You tried it for yourself and you're just like, Cobra and his stoner food hacks.
Fat phobic not to want yourself to be fat. So obviously this is a loaded question, probably like her fries.
Yeah, you know, how is it fat phobic? Okay, it's not fat phobic if you don't want yourself to be fat. You know, you're having some body image issues and you want to get in shape. And if you don't feel like it or you can't or it's just out of your fucking range, then fuck what anybody else thinks. Be like, yeah, you're fat, so what? Fucking own it and love it, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking preach this anti-fat bullshit on my channel, especially when my food hacks consist of putting donuts on a McDonald's bacon cheeseburger. People would look at me like, you are so fucking full of shit, Cobra. You're sitting here bragging about the ultimate McDonald's bacon cheeseburger being a bacon double quarter pounder with extra cheese, extra bacon, no condiments, slapped with some of their fresh salted McDonald's fries, some pull-apart donuts, and then a drizzle of one packet of honey on top of the donuts, and then like two packets of mayo on the top bun, just dude. Oh my god.
You don't want to be fat. Why don't you want to be fat? Okay. You
You
don't.
don't want to be fat because society says you look like shit, and because you feel like shit. There's a number of fucking reasons that go into it. But if this is what you truly want or you can't control it and you accept it, that's what the whole fat acceptance movement's about. It's like you've tried everything minus gastric bypass surgery and liposuction, and nothing works. And you just accept it. You're a fat ass and you accept it and you own it and make the best of it, make jokes out of it. It's kind of like me laughing at my 3-year dry spell. Like, oh yeah, Cobra's a YouTube celebrity with big ass muscles and a huge ass cock, but he hasn't been laid in 4 years. Oh my god, that's pathetic. Mr. cares about animals and women's rights. Oh, this dude can't get laid to save his life. I call bullshit. I bet there's a lot of chicks that want to fuck him. And it's just kind of accepting your circumstances, you know? And like, oh my god, have you ever been to a fucking restaurant where you and your friends were like, let's order the most expensive, biggest thing on the menu? Oh my god. And then, like, they come back to the table with this big ass plate of fucking whatever the fuck they're serving, and your jaw just drops. Takes them like 45 minutes to an hour to cook. And then they come back to the table with it, and you're just like, oh my god. And it looks and tastes so amazing. You take like 3 to 4 bites of that fucking big ass entree. And even if you're not fat, you feel like a fat kid at heart because you're sitting there pigging out on it like, oh my god, this is so good. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel, YouTube. Food is regrettably delicious, regardless if you're fat or skinny or not. I'm gonna load up this tobacco pipe with a fresh bowl of pipe tobacco, and I'm gonna take a piss, and I'm gonna go outside and have a smoke. I appreciate Google Chrome, you know, fucking cooperating with me here and not quitting on me. That's what's up. If they quit on me while I'm out having a smoke, then I guess I'm gonna delete this video and try again some other time because I'm over this shit. If you want to see slow mode off of my YouTube channel, then donate $200 to my PayPal, and then I'll take slow mode off of my YouTube channel. Oh, shit. A little bit of an alcohol piss. Between these fucking idiots who are just like, oh, hey, their pet identifies as transgender. Did you offer to ask them consent for that? No, of course you didn't. Like, you want to turn pigs into bacon because we need to eat and it serves a purpose? That's one thing. But deliberately chopping off your dog's dick because you want your dog to be a female dog when all you had to do was get a female dog in the first place, that's fucking animal abuse. Come back full circle to that bullshit. Yes, shout out to Courtney Noit. It's her birthday, baby. We got some Bahama Mamas. Yes. Club Tales. Cocktail in a can. It's Courtney's birthday. I didn't even realize it was Courtney's birthday until she texted me earlier. So I was like, okay. If I got some money, I'll buy a couple of drinks to celebrate on cam. Yes. Yes. Bahama Mama Tropical Fusion. Look out. Dude. Dude, I fucking smashed my lighter out of frustration earlier. The bitch wouldn't light, so I was just like, threw it on the ground as hard as I could, and the fucking asshole exploded. I was just like, I'll get another lighter from the gas station. It is what it is. But whenever I run out of fucking lighter for my pipe when I go to smoke outside and such, I got this bitch right here. Yes. So don't torture yourself with not having a lighter. It's like, you turn this little knob right here, like that. See that, YouTube? Yeah, that's how that works. Those of you who are like, how does this lighter work? Well, that's how it works. You know, like a big old, depending on how much butane you release with the thing, it's just a, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna go outside and have a smoke. I mean, a pipe. It's unclogged. Before I go outside to have a smoke, let's get a couple more drinks of this Bahama Mamas. Mm-hmm. Couple could honestly mean two. No, like yesterday I was feeling pretty depressed. And my friends called me over. They were just like, I got plenty of friends who care about me, you know. But I had a group of friends who were just like, man, fuck your depression and come over. And they shared a funny story about farting. And I was trying not to laugh and so I could still can be miserable, but it was difficult. Yes. These are like $3 a can, and I have like $17 in my PayPal from Teespring merch. Appreciate that. At some point, you just gotta cool off on the alcohol and make videos without it. Otherwise, people think that's all you're doing it for. And it's not me saying it, it's just how society is. At the same time, they'll sit there and say, oh my God, Cobra, you're so much funnier when you drink. It's just how fucking fake our society is. Yeah. You think just because you're autistic or you're fat, maybe your dick's not the biggest, or your tits and your ass aren't the biggest, you think you can't find someone? I'm here to tell you that's bullshit. That's the wrong mentality to think. You gotta start seeing yourself as sexy and confident and quit being in a rush and a worry to get someone and watch what fucking happens. You quit worrying about when you're gonna find the one and you start seeing yourself as the sexiest motherfucker on the planet without being a narcissistic asshole, without are the keywords. You'll find that you'll attract people. Every woman I walk by, regardless of her weight and size, says that goth dude smells good. That's why I love tactical soap. So even if it's just like, oh hey, you know, I'm not going to be an asshole while plugging the greatest soap on the moon, tactical soap. Sure, Dr. Squatch may have like 48 fucking cents, but who wants to smell like your grandmother's candle shop? Now, with coupon code King Cobra and you visit the affiliate link in the description box below, you can get this awesome soap for way cheaper than Dr. Squatch. Even though Dr. Squatch has 48 cents. You can get tactical soap for way cheaper using coupon code King Cobra. And just using the website's affiliates. Use my affiliate link, which is in the description box below. And you can have your man smelling as sexy as I smell. There are women out there who are just like, oh my God, Cobra smells good. And even though they're taken, even though they have men of their own, they're saying things like, that dude smells better than my husband. You know what I'm saying? When you got chicks saying you smell better than their husband, it's more likely to convince them to order some of that amazing soap. And if an autistic, balding, fat retard can get noticed by the ladies like myself just from smelling good, then you too can smell just like Cobra and get noticed. If you're better looking than my ass, you got more hair and bigger muscles. This should be deadly in your hands. Now, I'm not trying to be a martyr. That's just how it is. Everyone's gonna get it twisted, yo, watching my live video. Like, oh my God, Cobra, don't be a martyr. And it's like, I'm not. It's the fucking truth. Women like the way Bond #1 smells. It doesn't guarantee you'll get laid, but it does help a little bit. If you're smooth and you know how to understand and treat the ladies, and you're quick to respond in a situation where it's like, okay, she's going code red, and you're sitting there clueless, and then you're automatically the pig because you can't respond to it. You know, that's where Cobra kind of comes into play. It's just like, a lot of women think the same way men do when it comes to the dating scene. Other women or other members of their own sex are giving their crap. Think about it. When a dude ain't getting laid, all of his guy buddies are giving him shit because they have someone he doesn't. When a chick don't got nobody, all of her female friends are doing the same exact goddamn thing. Like, oh, you need a man in your life. And it's like, you need to mind your own business. Ladies, you with me on this? Now, if you got someone, that's cool. But if not, it's just kind of like, motherfucker. I love Bond #1 tactical soap because just like all the other soaps from the tactical soap collection, it works. Women think, oh God, that dude smells good. It gets their estrogen going. It makes their pussy wet. It makes them horny, depending on how much they are really into you. And to be fair, women don't have to try that hard to make a man horny. All they got to do is show up. You wear a push-up bra, but you want to sit there and say tactical soap should be because it actually works as powerful as a push-up bra. Now you got some chick who's wearing a push-up bra to make her A cup look like a D cup. And then you want to get pissed off as a female because tactical soap makes women horny. And it gets their estrogen going. Okay, women and men have to try equally as hard to satisfy each other on the dating scene. But sometimes, to be honest, it's a lot harder for men than it is for women. I'm not trying to be sexist on this issue, but that's the goddamn truth. Ladies, you overthink shit. You think you gotta have the perfect nails, the perfect outfit, the right perfume. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? All this shit. And it's like, okay, like in the society we live in where a man can just look at you and say, hey, good looking, what's cooking? And all of a sudden, you're raping me with your eyes and your words. You're like, okay, I was just trying to give you a compliment. I mean, if it led to sex, that was kind of a bonus for later. That was kind of the last thing on my mind. I was just trying to give you a compliment, and hey, if it led somewhere extra, cool. If not, hey, I got to talk to a chick regardless. That's my attitude towards it. If women get fucking pissed off and accuse me of rape and sexual harassment because I hit on them, I just brush it off with, well, that's your opinion. Wasn't trying to get down your pants. I was trying to get to know you first. And then, hey, if we got a couple drinks at the bar and the conversation was clicking, and then if I had some money, I'd call you up out of the blue and be like, oh, hey, you know what? Oh, but women don't got time for that. Women want a man who can make decisions and who has the money now. You say that until it's a dude creeped out by you, that you're creeped out by. All of a sudden, if the dude that's after you, you find creepy, it's like, oh, he's a creep. But if it's a dude that you find super attractive, you're just giddy as shit. And no one calls you on your fucking male shaming, male body shaming bullshit. What? If a dude rejects a chick because she's not his type, he gets told you're just fat shaming, that you can't handle a strong woman, what are you, a faggot? You know what I'm saying? But the second a fucking dude gets rejected by a chick for being too fat or being too creepy or not having a big enough dick or a big enough bank account, nobody says shit. And you want to sit there as a woman and bitch about gender equality. That's fucking hilarious. And I don't mean to talk like that. That's just my gender relations kicking in. Ain't gender equality a bitch? Hold up. I'm gonna go outside and have a smoke on my pipe. I got the money to get into the lighter, just don't feel like it right now because all the stores are closed, and I got this. So, I'll be right back. I'm gonna have a smoke on my pipe. Fuck gender inequality. Now, when fat chicks get rejected for being too fat, honestly, I sympathize with them because there are women who reject me for being bald and for being autistic and for being an asshole who tells it like it is. So it's just like, eh.
Be fat because you want to be healthy. You also don't want to be skinny because that's not healthy either. Phobia is a fear of something. So maybe a little bit.
Yeah, no one's arguing with you on that, Butts man. You got Nick Avocado. Oh shit, excuse me. Got Nick Avocado's fat ass versus excuse me, Eugenia Cooney's skinny ass. You don't want to be too fat, and you don't want to be too skinny. And I'm sure that's frustrating for a lot of people. Being told that you're too fat, or you're too skinny, or you're not fat enough, or you're too skinny, you're not, whatever, you're not skinny enough. But, yeah. Download Ocean Blue. Like, I downloaded this extension because Ocean Hero, excuse me. I don't know why I called it Ocean Blue. But Ocean Hero is a sweet search engine that when you install it into your computer or tablet or device of your choice, every search you make goes towards cleaning up the plastic in our oceans, man. So it's like, yeah, you can search and look up your disgusting pornography or get pissed off when you look up all the shit that's going on right now. You custom make it and everything.
Maybe it's just you want to be healthy.
The biggest defense of that argument is like, why is it a problem for me to have a preference about the way that my body looks?
Yes, tell us why it's a problem, please. We need to know.
So I think this is a twofold thing. First of all, preferences don't exist in a vacuum. The reason that you would prefer to have a thin body is because of society's.
Oh, don't. That is the biggest load of crap. I mean, I'm not going to argue with people on this. Society definitely plays a contributing part. Society will tell you, oh, hey, you know what? You're a fat ass. You need to lose weight. And it's especially true for women more so than it is men. This is why women get to have the body positivity movement and men don't. You got some fucking poor chick who's sitting there in the fucking clothing store. She sees a cute red dress that she wants to wear. but she's a size 18 and the dress is a size 14. And she's sitting there holding the dress to her figure, going, "Oh my God, you fat, disgusting." Meanwhile, some chick walking by the food court who's like 400 pounds overweight is sitting there calling that chick a cunt because, oh, I wish she would say that she wishes that she was as skinny as the chick who's complaining about her figure. And holy crap, you have an understanding of how things work. Which is what I've said, ladies and gentlemen, is if you think you're fat and disgusting, there's always someone out there who wishes they had your body. So you gotta just love the body you're in and like appreciate your body and just, you know what I'm saying, body positivity 1000%. Oh shit, fuck, I'm getting tired from drinking all this alcohol. I only had 2 cans and I'm just like, okay. It's the truth. You're sitting there as a female like, oh my God, this dress is a size 14 and she's a size 18 and she feels disgusting for the way she looks. Meanwhile, there's a chick who wishes she had your size. And that's true, like I said, for women and men.
Phobia.
So society is fat phobic. Back in the 17th century, 18th century, there were a lot of voluptuous.
Oh, because you want to lose weight because you feel subconscious about the way you look, you're fat phobic. It's interesting how when society has a 180, everyone's just expected to change their views after centuries, if not generations, of being told the same thing. Oh, fuck. Men, not only men, but women especially being told if your certain body parts aren't big and your stomach's not flat, you're considered unattractive. This is why we need to acknowledge that there are some women and some men who prefer their partners to be on the heavier side, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're having struggles with your own body, you prefer your sex dating partners to be of age and on the heavier side. There's nothing wrong with that. And someone rejects you because your dick's too small or your stomach. Excuse me. If some chick rejects you because your dick's too small, but then bitches when she gets rejected for being too fat, that's called hypocrisy, and both sides need to knock it the fuck off. If that's not your preference, then so be it. But don't be a dick about it. Excuse me. This alcohol is making me sleepy. And I may not even finish the second can. I may save it for tomorrow when I wake up. So I'm already feeling a good buzz. No shit.
Was women, and that's what people were after back in the day, probably because it meant that they were quite healthy. They were eating a lot of food, all that type of shit. But now, it doesn't mean that. In fact, it means the opposite. The society has changed its ways, and there's no doubt that obviously
only because food's become more easily accessible. That's the goddamn truth. The only reason why fat women have no longer become accepted in our society is because food is easily more accessible. And because women and men alike are held to the same standards, even if it's gender based. You hear all these fucking women bitching about you should make it gender based. But if a dude gets rejected for being too fat, you don't see these feminazi fat harpies screaming about, oh, you know what? I can relate to that, getting rejected by the opposite sex because I'm too fat and I'm not good looking enough. Nope, it's all men are pigs and women are right all the time. And if you can't accept that, you're a sexist male pig. Never mind the fact that if men acted like this, women would have a huge problem with it. Ah.
The film industry, the media, the magazines, all that type of stuff, they promote that skinny, shitty look. Like, and they even do it. They did that in the '90s, and they even do it now with the Kardashians. This whole unobtainable look, the big fat ass that you can only.
And to say it's not unobtainable, for the most part, it is pretty obtainable. Unless you're one of those people that you require gastric bypass surgery or a liposuction to obtain that look. Then outside of that, for the most part, it's pretty obtainable. You cut down on the junk food, you cut down on the beer. It's easier said than done, believe me, I know, because I'm sitting here bragging about my stupid McDonald's donut bacon double quarter pounder food hack. I'm sitting here bragging about how delicious this Bahama Mama cocktail in a can tastes. Like, people are going off about me like, goddamn Cobra, your metabolism's so high. And I'm just sitting here like, how do you think I fucking feel? I'm grateful that my metabolism is prevalent in my life. I don't fat shame people for not having the same metabolism. I don't sympathize with them unless it's like really bad. You know what I'm saying?
get if you get implants. Now, I think societies just move on, and either you move with the times or you get left behind.
That is not an isolated thought that you came up with. So, yeah, it is your preference, but do some critical thinking. Where did that come from?
Did you just tell me to critically think? That is the most hypocritical thing I've ever heard anyone ever say ever.
No shit. Be like, oh yeah, if you don't like the way you look and you have a preference for the way everyone else looks, that's all bullshit. So you have to accept the fact that you're fat and then accept the fact that a bunch of people. Yeah, exactly, Butterfields. It's extremely hypocritical. And I'm not here to crap on people because they're fat or because they're gay or because whatever else. Sometimes that's just how life works, and that's just your personal preference. As long as you're not creeping on kids or telling younger generations, hey, if you want to be as fat as Jabba the Hutt, then that's cool. Keep in mind that there are people out there who are as fat as Jabba the Hutt and they can't control it. They try dieting, so it's a very touchy subject on both sides. And that's something to think about. It's just like, yeah, you can have preferences, but the other side have preferences, and both genders are going through the same body standards. That's some real shit to think about here, too.
And two, I think that's a super bogus and lazy way to write off this whole conversation. Because if people really started to question why do we think this way and why do we value thinness so much?
We value thinness. I don't think thinness is the right word. We value fitness because it's hard to obtain. It's like,
that's the goddamn truth, Isaac Butterfield, because fitness is hard to obtain. Anyone can sit there on their fucking fat ass and stuff themselves with McDonald's bacon donut cheeseburgers that your boy Cobra created. Anyone can sit there and fucking stuff their fucking faces with beer and junk food and fucking feel sorry for themselves and be like, the world's fucking turning to shit. Everyone's super sensitive. So I'm going to have a donut to cope with my depression. It's no different than me having a beer to cope with my depression. So that's kind of the fucking ugly ass truth of it, whether you agree with Butterfield or not. It's because it's easier to say, hey, you know what? I'm depressed. I'm going to do drugs, or I'm going to do alcohol, or I'm going to fucking consume alcohol and tobacco and fucking stuff my face with fast food and smoke a cigarette to make myself feel better about society's fucking double standards and hypocrisy. No, flipping the camera off because it's the goddamn truth. Like, men want to bitch about, oh, I don't find fat women attractive, but then bitch when women who don't find them attractive because their dick's too small, or vice versa. It's just like, it's a circle jerk of fucking hypocrisy and double standards and gender-based bullshit. And I'm over here like, where's the beer? Oh, fucking hell, I got one in my hand.
When someone gets butt implants or a Brazilian butt lift, right? We judge that because you can get that by training hard. We don't judge breast implants that harsh anymore, which I think is good, because you can't get big teats naturally. You get a check.
If there were a pill to naturally give women big tits without having to get plastic surgery, that shit would sell like hotcakes. You take the hormone that makes women's breasts bigger when they take anti-birth control where it prevents you from getting pregnant, and you take that hormone that naturally makes women's boobs bigger without having to get surgery. If you were to bottle that into a pill form and increase the effects by 10,000% so that if a woman was just subconsciously feeling insecure about her boob size, she takes a pill, and then about 2 weeks later, she's a cup size bigger. Anywhere from a cup to like 2 cups bigger. I hear a lot of women right now who are going, you know what, Cobra's an asshole, but he's right. You want to make women feel like shit for their breast size, but there are women out there who secretly want a bigger boob size because they feel subconscious about their body. Which brings me to my next asshole point. You're an asshole for suggesting it, but if it's her own idea because it's her own body, then it's a different story. And the simple truth of it is, there just simply isn't a magical pill to make men's dicks bigger, to look good when they fucking rip off their shorts, and to look even better when they get a hard on. Men don't have that option, and men are never going to have that option. So if you want to talk about unrealistic body standards, ladies, you'll sit there and crap on a man for having a small dick, but as soon as he craps on you for having small tits, he's the asshole. They do have penis implants that make your dick look bigger, but you lose the ability to get hard as a 99.9.5% risk. That's just the straight up truth. But if women decide to fucking get breast implants to make their tits look bigger, they don't have to worry about the fact that their clit may no longer get hard, or they may no longer get sexually aroused. And the fucking bullshit of it is they're doing it to attract the opposite sex, ironically. So it's just like, well, other than being called a plastic slut, women really have no repercussion for getting a boob job or an ass lift or a tummy tuck or a liposuction. But if men get a fucking penis implant to make their dick look bigger than it really is, they lose the ability to get hard. So it just kind of defeats the purpose of getting it in the first place. Like you want to attract women because you got a big dick, and then you can't even get hard to satisfy them. And fuck you too if you get offended by this shit. I don't give a fuck. It's the truth. When women are telling men the truth, we're expected to be confronted by it, and that's how it is. But when men tell the truth from our perspective, we're the assholes.
Best, but you're not going to get big pants. You're either born or you're not. So if you have to work hard for something, people respect that more. That's enough about it.
That's kind of the truth. Like, outside of the big tits, big dick argument that I just made, if you're sitting there doing squats to get a bigger booty, or you're sitting there lifting weights to be like the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, people tend to respect that because you worked your ass off for it, versus, oh, you have the kind of fuck you money to spend like X amount of money on bicep implants and that booty implants. I'm going to piss a lot of people off with this live stream, and I don't care. It's the cold, ugly truth. If you want gender equality, ladies, then what King Cobra is saying is true gender equality. You want to call me a fucking narcissist for saying it, but if any one of you broads fucking said what I was saying, people would be expected to be like, that's the truth, and if you don't accept it, you're sexist. So consider that for what I like to call female privilege. That's not to say men haven't had their... Whoa. Calm down. Men have privilege too, and that's why I'm pissed about gender relations, is both women and men have privilege and then blame the other side when it's completely unfair for women and men to bitch about privilege when both sides have it. That's all that I'm saying, YouTube.
Fatties, let's move on.
A legit question. What is a non-binary parent called by their children?
Hi there, non-binary dad. My kids call me Nini.
Nini? How'd you go to primary school? What does your dad do? Oh, mate, he's a firefighter. What does your mum do? Oh, she's a police officer. What about your dad? No, it's Nini. Nini is my dad. Could you imagine the bullying?
I grew up Christian, and I'm convinced Christian supremacy is a bigger threat than white supremacy.
Oh my fucking God. Yeah, because nobody's oppressed you because you decide Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. And here you are as a black or like colored woman. Holy shit. Forget the 6 million Jews that were killed in the Holocaust. Christian supremacy is more important than white supremacy. You stupid fucking cunt. Even Isaac Butterfield gets what I'm saying. He's just like, why am I doing this for a video? I'm done. Fucking,
Right.
And then the look on his face afterwards, he's just like,
Being a motherfucker, I can't do anymore.
The look on it, exactly my fucking point, Isaac Butterfield. Holy shit.
Middle East, growing out a shower. Keep it moist.
Peace in the Middle East.
Toodle off our fucking noodle bye.
Like, holy crap, YouTube. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. I got like half. I drank a whole can before, and half the can. I'll save that for later. Like, yeah. I don't care about all the super hot of age women I might seduce with this rant, or the fucking fat feminazi cunts that I might piss off with this rant. The truth will set you free, YouTube. I'll catch you laters. Fuck sexism, fuck racism, and power to the people, and fuck abuse.